There's a weird sort of deja vu happening here, isn't there? Welcome down, everybody. I'm Greg Kinnear. This is Later. This is the show where we give away more T-shirts than Leno and Conan put together, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! A couple of media bites for you here. Robbie Krieger, once the lead guitarist from The Doors. You know him. He's out rocking again. He has a new band called the Robbie Krieger Organization, and they've been playing Robbie's new music and, of course, some of the Doors classics, as you might expect. Here's Robbie.
I've played those Doors songs so many years. You know, you have to almost change them a little bit in order to not go crazy. But then again, you know, Light My Fire, it's pretty much the same as we always did it. But, you know, there's that long section in the middle where you can kind of do whatever you want.
Robbie, that long section in the middle was the 70s and 80s, my friend. Wow. Knows how to save his energy, huh? Makes Keith Richard look robust, for crying out loud. Tim Flood, a garage owner in Ziegler, Illinois, apparently had a problem recently. He had $10,000 in overdue accounts. Then he had an idea. He got a great idea. He said, I know what I'll do. He said, I know what I'll do. And he put a sign outside his shop with the Welchers' names on it, and all of a sudden those accounts started getting paid off, as you'll see here.
It's worked out real good. I've gotten a lot of money from them and a lot of money from the other people that help me money. I don't want the names up on the signs.
But not everyone's happy. His brother-in-law's name was up there recently.
Well, I just don't like it.
You know, it's amazing how you can get a sense of a person in just a few words, isn't it? By the way, Earl, what do you think of the show here?
I just don't like it.
Any thoughts on toothpaste?
I just don't like it.
Finally tonight, what else can I give you? Finally tonight, Michael Gross is the author of the book Models, The Ugly Business of Beautiful Women. Some of you may have heard of it. Gross contends that the fashion industry is trying to take back some of the power it has given to supermodels, and some recent surveys actually back this up, apparently.
There have been a couple surveys that have been reported in Women's Wear Daily just in the last few weeks of consumers and fashion professionals asking the question, is an ad with a supermodel effective? And what's fascinating is that those numbers they're plummeting. People are saying, I'm sick of supermodels.
Wow. Gee, I hope that means more ads with fat, ugly people. Gee, let's hope. You know what? Excuse me. I just realized something. Excuse me for a second here. Here. Oh, Kathy Ireland. Hi, Greg Kinnear. Glad I caught you. Apparently, just on the video log, people are getting sick of supermodels.
Oh, yeah? Well, supermodels are getting pretty sick of talk show hosts.
Ooh. Okay, all right, there we go. Boy, she's got a felt like one of the piles. We got a good show for you, folks. Leslie Nielsen is here with us tonight. The very funny Leslie Nielsen. We'll do a break and be right back.
Hi, I'm Mike Levy for Amazing Discoveries. Now, you can keep watching Later with Greg Kinnear for just 3 easy payments of nothing. Now, back to the show.
Thank you, Mike. All the big endorsements. My guest tonight has been a busy TV and film actor for over 40 years, including such hits as Forbidden Planet, as well as Airplane. He's best known for 3 hit Naked Gun movies as Lieutenant Frank Drebin, a bumbling L.A. cop who often gets O.J. Simpson in trouble. It was written by Johnny Cochran, if I'm not mistaken. Please welcome Leslie Nielsen.
Good to see you.
Come on down here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. The first dance we've seen down the hallway in some time.
Well, I just don't like it.
Why should a man have to walk through a hallway to make a TV appearance, is what he said to himself.
It's true, and that's a narrow hallway, too, you know.
Yes,
if you had any size at all, you couldn't even hear the music.
Yes, yes. Well, we don't try and... We never said we were going to make it easy on you, Mr. Nielsen.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, anyway. How you doing?
Very good. Very
yes?
good indeed. Yeah, wonderful.
Everything is good in your life?
Everything is wonderful in my life.
Oh, it's
I have
beautiful.
the golf book, a stupid little golf book. I'm going to be working with Mel Brooks in a movie
Oh, my God.
called Dracula.
Wow.
And, and I do everything I can to try to achieve any kind of relief at all that I might be able to find.
That's, whew. All right.
I do police work, you know.
Now, this is the infamous whoopee cushion that you have there. I've seen one of these. These things are fantastic,
Yes,
aren't
they
they?
are.
Oh,
Yes,
they're great.
yes.
They're great.
They are my freedom maker.
Yes.
They
yes.
give me freedom.
They're with you all the time now. You're like Charlie Chaplin in The Cane. I mean, this thing goes with you everywhere.
The phrase is, I never go anywhere by myself.
Uh-huh.
I do not travel alone.
That's it?
That's it.
That's what creates
You want to touch it? Go ahead. Watch it.
Now, did I read a story that you actually brought this with you to the White House? Because I know you met the Bushes.
Yes, I did.
Years ago.
Yeah, we went.
That must have
with
gone
the
over
state
nicely.
Nothing is sacrosanct, but you have to understand that if you're going to attend any, function at the White House, that you have to exercise a great deal of discretion and sensitivity.
Of course.
None of which I'm known for, but mind you. But yes, at least the basement of the White House has heard the ringing tones of Humphrey.
Yes. Oh, he's named, I see.
Well, it is now.
What was the response of Barbara Bush? Because I remember in the Naked Gun movie, you guys kind of had a little fun at her expense.
Well,
yes?
when we went there, they had George Bush and Barbara Bush had been out playing golf, and they came back, and we were there for the veterans of the Gulf, the war, and for the those who had been killed there, the survivors, and so there were a large group of us, and they came in, and George Bush is going down the line. He met everybody, and he was really wonderful. How do you do? Nice to see you, etc., so on and so on.
Very good to see you.
And then
good to see you.
That's it.
That's my George Bush for tonight. Thank you very much. Good night.
It was very good. But he's going down the line, and he says, "How do you do?" And he says, "How do you do?" And I'm standing right directly in between. How do you do? Nice to meet you. And very funny.
He gave you the thumbs up.
And then my sweetheart, when we went to a reception, Barbara Bush was there, and well, it was that night, that particular night. And when she shook hands with Barbara Bush, I'd gone through the line, and Barbara Bush said to her, he says, "You just don't care who you show up with, do you?" There's just a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah.
And did you lay one of these on her while she was there?
Oh, no, of course not.
Yeah, well,
No,
you never
no,
know.
no,
You never
I
know.
mean,
I didn't know.
Well, I would be capable of it, but I didn't.
You going to do any more of those Naked Gun movies?
I don't see how they can not do at least one more. Somewhere down the line. I mean, we have a Brady Bunch.
Hey.
We have a Beverly Hills. We're
You
going to have
got Mighty Ducks 2. Why can't there be
Ducks.
Naked Gun for
right.
the fourth time?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, what has been the... No, I mean not... It's this guy right here, right?
Yeah, he's responsible.
Are those... you enjoy making those kinds of... those
I love
pictures?
them.
Yeah?
To do Naked Gun, when we did Naked Gun, I literally got up early,
Yeah.
to go to work early,
Yeah.
to start laughing sooner.
Yeah.
And that was true of all of us. And David Zucker was remarking one time because he said, I didn't realize, I had to tell him how lucky we must have been, because he says, I hear all kinds of stories about comedies, and comedies are difficult to make. He said, but I hear of the pain and the suffering and the temperament and the upset and the anger. And he said, we had practically none, in any of the 3 Naked Guns that we did. It was just all smooth sailing and fun.
See, I heard you were a tyrant. So that...
What do you mean by
no,
that?
I'm kidding. What about, you worked with O.J., obviously, on some of these. What were... Was he...
The money is...
Was he professional on the set?
O.J. was just an absolute charming, wonderfully funny, easy man to work with. It was always relaxed. And
Was he a friend? Did you become friendly with him?
We were really professional acquaintances more than anything else. But And so, you know, the man I worked with, there would be, none of the men that I saw there would be capable of doing what he's been accused of. So it is our fondest hope that as it comes down, it will turn out that he did not do it.
And if he didn't, would you see him, do you see him doing other of these films as well, or do you think
I don't
that
think he
would
could come back to Naked Gun now. It makes no difference which way it goes. But I just think his persona is so big now. I don't think we could afford him, and I think he would not be right for the... Well, I know.
His rate's gone up since...
star, you know, in terms of publicity. But also, I think he would take away from the comedy. You know, he's just a tremendous personality.
How do you know, like, when you're doing it, because it's interesting, you know, you do a sitcom or even one of these shows, you have people laughing, you get some sort of response when you do something that you know works. With a movie, it's total silence, right? Nobody's... How do you know?
Yeah, I think it's a kind of, it's in your bones. That's how I phrase it. I mean, if you're funny in your bones and you do something, I don't know what it is, but you know, people call it timing. I don't know. Timing, I guess, is character or
you can just
credibility.
You can just try this if nothing else works, right?
I was young. I needed the money. It had nothing to do.
Guilty.
You've done a lot of television over the years. When you look back, like, what are the things that stand out? You look back and you say, oh my gosh, what was I doing there? I mean, obviously you're an actor, you had to get jobs, but things that stand out as maybe not such great experiences.
Well, you had to go ahead and you were paying my first year in television, I did 46 shows back in New York City, live shows, and I earned slightly under $5,000 for the 46 shows.
Really?
We were getting $100 a show, $75 a show, maybe $50. I did 2 shows in 1 week at $250 a piece. I couldn't believe it. That was $500. Oh my God. So, but those were in the early days, the live days, when everything was going wrong. I did Tales of Tomorrow, and the previous week they had done Frankenstein with Lon Chaney Jr. And he's, you know, playing the monster, and he's walking, and he's pick up the chair, and I hit it, and I save it for the show, and then he moves around, and and I pick up the table, and I throw it across the room, save it for the show. When the show came on, pick up the table, save it for the show. and the director's going, what's going on?
Well, did he just not understand, or is he not very bright?
I think in between the dress rehearsal and showtime, something happened that prevented him from remembering that the show had started.
Give us a little Humphrey before we go to commercial. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, one last time. It's Leslie Nielsen. We'll be right back after this.
How sweet it is.
That's quite a story. Wow, that's... Wow. In 502. Okay.
Yes, left, get left, get left, get left. Left, left, left. Go right, 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 right. Now down, 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 down.
All right, we're back with Leslie, the very serious, the very Reverend Leslie Nielsen. Okay. How long have you been playing the game?
About 18 years, 15, yeah.
So you really are a golfer, so when you go out and do this video, Bad Golf Made Easy, you're just having fun on something you really love, right?
Well, I really enjoy playing the game, but I'm a bad golfer.
Are you?
I think it's... Yeah, right, no, I mean, we got 50 million golfers at least in America, and 49,990,000 of them are all bad golfers.
Yes. Thank you, I'm one of those.
Well, we're concentrating on the wrong end of our game. Everybody wants to... We have books and tapes and pros and people who are teaching you how to play good golf.
Well, we'd like to get better, Leslie.
Well, but you can't do it. You can't play once a week and think you're going to get better. Yeah. All you can do is concentrate on the game you play the best, which is bad golf. Be better at being bad. And the credo for that tape that you were watching there is, I don't play golf to feel bad. I play bad golf, but I feel good. You feel good. That's what you do.
All right. You know what? Yeah. I can be bad
Yes, and like it.
What is your handicap?
I'm a 19.
19. So
Showing
you're not
up.
a bad player. You're not a bad player at all. 19. That means you go out on an average day. You're shooting about 92. Well, you are bad.
I'm 19 going on about 39 now. Believe me, the last time I played, I think I was at 39.
And so what's this tape all about? And you also, I mean, this you have this book here as well.
Yeah.
Stupid little golf book.
This is a book. It's guaranteed, absolutely guaranteed not to improve your game. It won't hurt it, that's all. It's just filled with, you know, worthless wisdom, pointless information.
Can you come in that close? Can you come in close enough to see this picture on the back?
Deplorable sportsmanship. It's called seeking relief.
What's the biggest mistake golfers make, other than obviously thinking that they can play better than maybe they can?
Showing up. That's the first one. The second one is, I think, taking any lessons. I think the fastest way to really spoil your bad game is, or make it, you know, not as bad as it could be, is by taking a lesson. But that's about it. You know, I can't think of anything else other than taking up basketball, maybe.
So basically, this book has absolutely no redeeming value whatsoever.
It's filled with the wonderful tales of
good story.
Deplorable sportsmanship. Yeah.
What was the biggest mistake you made when you first started the game of golf? Any?
The biggest mistake I made?
Yeah.
I think the biggest mistake, well, like I said earlier, the biggest mistake
Taking
is...
it up. Taking the game up altogether.
Yeah, it's just simply showing up.
Yeah, why? I never could figure out why they wear out there all those fun... Well, you got this kind of a golf shirt, jacket here. I mean, they always wear the brightest possible colors that they possibly can wear on the golf course. Can I say the word possibly one more time?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's because you just you're trying to make yourself more attractive to the ladies, that's all. You're so bright colored.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because the course is just filled with ladies out there, right?
People ask me, you know, why are men so obsessed by golf? And I point out to them that golf is very much like sex. First of all, I think you look funny while you're playing it. Secondly, the good parts only last about 6 seconds. And thirdly, I mean, if you're like I am, you can go for a bundle of money. You know, people will say, well... They say, are you going to give up golf then for sex, Leslie? I say, it depends on how pretty the gal is and how well I'm putting.
We'll do a quick break. We'll be right back with Leslie Nielsen and Humphrey.
Now you take up a good stance and plant your feet firmly. Bend forward at the waist and flex your knees. Extend your right arm forward and in an easy motion, scoop up the ball. Let your head come up naturally. Swing your arm back, cock the wrist, and in a forward and upward motion, you complete the follow-through. Billy, I don't play golf to feel bad. I play bad golf. But I feel good.
All right. We're back. At beautiful Later Hills in Burbank, ladies and gentlemen, to find out just how bad Leslie Nielsen actually is. What do you say? First of all,
yes.
Tell me about your chipping game. Is it?
The chipping game is not too bad, but are you a golfer yourself?
Oh, I'm good, Leslie. I'm real good.
I could see it. Then this is just not natural that you.
What?
This
what?
Is
What are you talking about?
Where you take hold of the club at this end like that.
No, I got that. I got it to here, right? No, I got it. I'm
well,
set.
that's very good, you know,
yes,
because that's the important thing about golf is to grasp it by this thin end here where the rubber is, and not up at this end here. Because now, if you go out and try to hit ball, well, go ahead, try to hit a ball. Go ahead, try to hit a ball.
It doesn't seem like this would work.
You'll find out what a valuable tip this is.
All right.
See?
You see.
See what?
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't work at all, Leslie.
Now, about your stance. Let me give you a shot to hear about your stance. Now, for example, you line up behind the ball like that. Then you drop your head and your ground comes into view, you know, underneath your club. Now, what you should see are 2 feet. Now, if you don't see 2 feet, or if you just see 1 foot, or if you see 3 or more feet, then there's something you should do about your stance.
That's right.
In this case, of course, I
Oh, geez.
Boy, we better watch that. That just flew, didn't it?
You really are bad.
Very true.
I'll tell you what.
True.
We'll have a little hit off here. You got,
okay.
What? You had another tip?
Do you know? Yeah, you know the best way to knock about 4 or 5 strokes off your game?
I don't know. Yes. Do I not? No.
I recommend you don't play the last hole.
Wow.
It did have a curve to it, or a spin or something. Didn't you notice? Are you golfers out there? Bang!
I think what Leslie, I'm a big movie star Nielsen was trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, was one of these. Oh, geez, sorry. Okay.
Okay. One more.
We're giving up. We're giving up here, folks.
Close.
Leslie, great to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank
Hope
you
you
very
come
much.
back and see us again. Leslie Nielsen, folks. That's going to do it for us right here from Burbank. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody. All right, you can try a few more. I'll give you a few more shots. Here's the music now. Come on.
Breaking news, investigative reporting, sports, weather. NBC Nightside brings the nation and the world. NBC Nightside brings the nation and the world to you. All here live.
Hi, I'm Tom Arnold. Welcome to Planet Hollywood's salute to the top 10 box office comedies of all time. These are movies that made people laugh and made audiences return to the theaters again and again. Crocodiles, car chases, sexy cartoon characters, and cross-dressers. I know what you're saying. The stroll down the Sunset Strip, yes, but it's also the theme of some of tonight's movies.
How you doing?
It's 1988, and director Robert Zemeckis and producer Steven Spielberg have a radical idea. A live-action movie that combines actors with wild cartoon characters. Impossible? A lot of people in Hollywood thought so, but then again, they said the same thing about Howard the Duck. Who Framed Roger Rabbit hit theaters, and Jessica Rabbit seduced audiences with the now famous line,
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Hold still, will ya?
Does this help?
Yeah, thanks. Do you mean to tell me that you could have taken your hand out of that cuff at any time?
No, not at any time. Only when it was funny. Come on, Eddie. Where's your sense of humor?
Does this answer your question?
the American family has always been great fodder for comedy. Fodder knows best, fodder the bride. Just kidding. My apologies to Bob Dole, who after all did like True Lies, but the truth is that the non-traditional family makes for the best comedy. For instance, Three Men and a Baby.
Michael, hold her. Yeah, just hold her. That's it. Wait a minute, Peter, this is a girl really doing this? Michael, just hold her, will you, so I can get the diaper off? Oh! How can something so small create so much of something so disgusting?
At this point of the story, Danson, the father, is away, and Selleck and Gutenberg are very angry at him.
for leaving them with this problem on their hands. At the same time, they see themselves as two very capable guys. You know, what can be so complicated about changing a diaper?
I build 50-story skyscrapers. I assemble cities of the future. I can certainly put together a diaper. Take it easy, kid. The baby had to pee on cue. And it was written in the script, and there was a specific time. And you know, we had worked out with special effects. We put a very gently used some surgical tape to get a tube attached to the side of the baby, the side the camera couldn't see. Piece of cake. There. Yeah. Nice job, Pete. What happened was, in the first take, the baby actually peed. I could tell because it was a lot different from the rehearsals. The color was a little different.
When we return, we'll take a look at the only sequel in the comedy top 10.
Planet Hollywood salutes the top 10 comedies of all time. Is brought to you by Nintendo. Remember, whenever you play it loud.
Little Infant was a handful. Wait until you see the trouble another kid got himself into. Macaulay Culkin was deserted by his parents, gets lost, and checks into the Plaza Hotel, which coincidentally is also the plot for Home Alone 2 from director Chris Columbus and writer-producer John Hughes.
Oh no, my family's in Florida and I'm in New York. My family's in Florida. I'm in New York.
We had such a good time making the first picture. I really wanted to work with everybody again. And Mac was, Mac at that time was suddenly a huge star. So it was different. In the first Home Alone, we'd be shooting and people would say, who's in the picture? And I'd say Macaulay Culkin. And they'd keep walking. In the second picture, we had busloads of school children screaming.
Is everything all right, sir? Is the temperature in the room okay?
It's okay.
Do you know how the TV works?
I'm 10 years old. TV's my life.
Well...
Oh, I'm sorry. And there's plenty more where that came from.
It's tricky doing a sequel. It's a balance between keeping what everybody liked about the first one, but making enough changes that it's original. Let's keep it the same and make it different.
When somebody is hit with a pipe in the face, it's funny. For whatever reasons, it's funny to a 6-year-old, and it's also funny to an adult if it's done properly, if the slapstick is done properly.
Oops.
In 1986, Paul Hogan ambled out of the Australian outback to carve the name Mick Crocodile Dundee into movie history. Pretty soon, everyone all over the world was saying, "Good day, mate. The dingo ate my baby. That's not a knife. That's a knife." And didn't you just want to smack him?
You got a light, buddy?
Yeah, sure, kid. There you go.
And your wallet.
I felt like a fish out of water in New York on our first visit there, and I thought, I feel like a fish out of water. Some of the guys I know who live back home way in the outback would be like visiting another planet.
Nick, give him your wallet.
What for?
He's got a knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife. I have people from China coming up to me saying, "That's not a knife, this a knife." Just kids having fun.
As a young actor just starting out, I can remember being really desperate for a big part. But I want everyone to know that I've never dressed up like a woman for a role. I've done a lot worse things, actually, but enough about my first marriage. Here's Tootsie.
Dustin was so unlikely. I mean, Dustin's fairly unlikely as a man. It seemed doubly so as a woman, you know, the outrageousness of Dustin in heels and a brassiere, and particularly the fact that he was not a particularly attractive woman, and he identified with the woman in him, and I think that was a very novel twist for an audience.
Wait a minute.
Wait. I'm new in town and I'm awfully lonely. I wondered if you wouldn't mind buying me lunch.
Wait, hold on. You can't tell. Gregory, this was...
George. It's Michael
Dorsey, okay? Your favorite client.
How are you?
Last time you got me a job, it was a tomato.
Yeah? Swear to God?
Michael.
Yeah.
God, I begged you to get some therapy.
Whatever comedy sense I have comes out of a very serious intent in some way. And my way of approaching the picture was to treat it like Chekhov.
You are psychotic. No, I'm not. I'm employed. I got the whole...
I don't think of Tootsie as a flourish. I think of Tootsie as a serious movie.
I want you to go and get $1,000 till payday.
For what?
For what? For what? I gotta have something to wear besides this.
Is it me, or does she look just like Dustin Hoffman in drag? Again, enough about my first marriage. In 1985, a comedic fantasy whisked audiences into another era.
What's this?
What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour!
We'll have more of our big countdown in a minute, plus get an insight as to how comedies work from the only director who is responsible for 3 of tonight's top 10. 4 if I could stay out of jail. You lose your wife, you lose your kids, and you become a transvestite. Now that's funny. And Chris Columbus and Robin Williams proved it in 1993's Mrs. Doubtfire. Right, honey? Hmm?
Oh, dear. Can I give you a hand? Oh, no, dear. I don't need a hand. I need a face. A face. Are you sure? Oh, definitely.
For me, Mrs. Doubtfire was a film that I felt could utilize what I always loved about Robin Williams, his ability to improvise and his ability to convey warmth and real compassion, which is, I feel, a character tribute that I haven't seen since somebody like Charlie Chaplin.
Lucilla? The water's boiling. Hello!
I talked to a lot of people who come and said, you know, I was going through divorce at the time I took my children, and somehow it seemed to make it better.
Well, guys, you got your swimsuits? Want to go for a dip?
Oh, great.
Good. How about you, Mrs. Doubtfire?
Oh, you wicked, wicked man. Isn't there enough flesh here for you to feast your eyes on?
Oh, calm down, Mrs. Doubtfire. Don't be bashful.
Oh, no, dear. I think they've outlawed whaling.
It was my chance to prove to people that I could do an adult comedy, particularly with the breasts on fire scene. I felt that, you know, finally I was branching out and growing up a little bit.
God, it's hot in here.
Look at this. My first day as a woman, I'm getting hot flashes.
You may be wondering what it takes to create a great comedy. Well, director and devoted family man Chris Columbus has 3 films in the top 10, Mrs. Doubtfire and the 2 Home Alone movies. We caught up with Chris on the set of his new movie, 9 Months, and asked him what goes into making a successful comedy. By the way, the movie stars Hugh Grant and me in my most sensitive portrayal to date.
That's it! No! Yes! Buddy! Uh-oh. No! Buddy! Oh, come on! Buddy, come on! Buddy! No, wiener! No! Wait, cut it out! Oh! I'll get it, Sammy! Oh! Hey!
Great comedy to me is either based on 2 things, pain or humiliation. And for me, humiliation is the funniest thing in the world.
To stability.
Honey!
So for me, I always put myself, as I'm writing, into the I sort of formulate the perspective of the person in the picture. Like if I'm writing 9 Months, I'm thinking about Hugh Grant in this particular scene. What's the most humiliating aspect of this scene?
Excuse me, ma'am. I know CPR. Okay. Oh, you're conscious?
Yes.
I thought you were trying to French kiss me.
I was trying to scream.
With a comedy, the minute you put your picture up in front of a full audience, 450 people, you know exactly what works and exactly what doesn't work.
I was thinking, you know, I mean, I know it's been 2 months since we made love, but, maybe we could fool around tonight.
Check. Leave the breakfast.
No, but I haven't finished the food.
You get really concerned about, is this going to work? Is this going to be funny? Is the audience... And it's a real learning experience. The most important thing in a comedy is your audience.
Ow.
You can never let your audience down. You can never really give them...
That's my game.
...a lot of breathing time between jokes.
Ow!
Because if they get bored or something doesn't work, there's a big dip in the comedy, it's going to take them a while to forgive you for it.
Ow!
Okay, that's it. That's no more tennis for today.
There's not a better feeling in the world than hearing the audience laugh and knowing it's working. In the delivery room sequence of 9 months, which had to be like the Doubtfire restaurant sequence on speed.
No! Don't touch anything! All right. I'd love to get somebody out of here. Hey, buddy! No! What are you doing here? Oh, I'm cruising for chicks. Come on, I'm having a baby.
What's the most humiliating aspect of this scene? Well, it's being in a hospital and fainting as I'm watching my wife deliver a baby.
What'd you get? You're going to inject that thing into my wife?
Mm-hmm. Right into her spine.
Oh, you're like a bowling.
Uh-huh. Good. Thanks.
Where you going, huh? Look, you see? That is why women have the babies, you see? Because men can't handle the power.
Not only is that humiliating, but it's humiliating for Robin Williams as the doctor to also faint. So you have to think of those terms. What is a humiliating moment, or what is a painful moment, or what is a completely embarrassing moment?
Hey, Sam!
Just put him down.
Sam!
Ooh.
Take Ivan Reitman and Bill Murray, and what do you got? Meatballs, right. But then you got Harold Ramis, and you got Stripes. But if you throw in Dan Aykroyd, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and a whole lot of slide, you've got, of course, Ghostbusters.
I remember the very first day of shooting, I saw Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray and Harold Ramis walk down the street in their full regalia for the first time in these ghost-busting outfits. And I saw them coming at me, and there was this extraordinary sort of shiver that ran up my spine. And I said, there's something here that feels really right. Ghostbusters was just, I think, the right balance of silliness and intelligence, sophistication and corniness, all rolled up into one.
This is hot, Ray. Symmetrical book stacking, just like the Philadelphia Mass Turbulence of 1947.
You're right. No human being would stack books like this.
It's not only the events that are humorous, but it's the reaction to the events by these people that we understand.
I think we better split up.
Good idea. Yeah, we can do more damage that way.
I always felt that that moment when they go on their first call was going to be the make it or break it moment of the picture.
Disgusting blob.
We try to come up with a very humorous ghost, a ghost that eats a lot and smells bad, and this became Slimer.
Come in, Ray.
Pinkman! I saw it!
It's right here, Ray. It's looking at me.
He's an ugly little spud, isn't he?
I think he can hear you, Ray.
Don't move. It won't hurt you.
Slimed me.
When we return, the top 2 movie comedies of all time.
Not only is he a brilliant actor, but he's a brilliant improviser.
These 2 officers were sitting outside wondering what I was doing. I wasn't having a good time. I'm into things like that. Anyway, these guys waited outside, and the only reason that they came in was because they saw 2 suspicious-looking gentlemen with bulges in their jackets going into the place. I don't know what you teach these fellows, but they're not just regular cops, okay? They're super cops. And the only thing missing on these guys are capes.
he started doing that scene and started improvising, and I was on the floor. I was just, I couldn't hold it in. I was dying, and I was ruining takes.
How you are doing today?
Hi.
I'm fine. My name is Serge, and how can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Miss Jenny Summers.
Bronson was brought in to audition for the scene, and he said, well, I really don't want to be in the movie, but I was thinking that wouldn't it be interesting if this guy was sort of like a combination of all those weird people you see in Beverly Hills. You don't know if they're from the Middle East or from France or from Spain or from North Africa. You don't know what they are, but they look down on you like you're dirt. And he started going on in this accent, and I just said, I beg you, you must do this role.
Only when it tell Miss Summers that Mr. Ahmed Foley is here to see...
Axel Foley. Axel.
Axel Foley is here to see her. These are all the acquaintances. Donnie, this cover this up. It's like the breast of a dog to scrub for the customer. It's not sexy, it's animal.
No, it's not sexy at all.
The top comedy of all time may surprise you. I know it did me. It had no big special effects, and at the time of its release, none of its stars were household names. Home Alone came out of nowhere to make audiences around the world laugh and cry. I know it did me. And it became the #1 comedy of all time. Let's watch.
When I first read John Hughes' version of Home Alone, the first script, I was completely blown away by the writing because it was the first time I'd read a script and laughed out loud.
Are you here all by yourself? Ma'am, I'm 8 years old. You think I'd be here alone? I don't think so.
I think some of the success of Home Alone is that the comedy was just pretty simple.
I wash my hair with the Don't Formula shampoo and use cream rinse for that Just Wash Shine. I can't seem to find my toothbrush, so I'll pick one up when I go out today. Other than that, I'm in good shape.
If you'll notice, whenever somebody falls down, they always land flat on their back. They land in a way that's exaggerated. We exaggerated the actual impact and how they reacted to that, and cut away to the next guy, and you come back, and, you know, a little groggy, but he's carrying on.
The key really is pain in those sorts of films. The key is to really inflict pain on Harry and Marv. And when Harry and Marv feel real pain, the same way that the Coyote did in the Roadrunner cartoons, then it's funny. And I really can't explain why it's funny, except it makes people laugh.
Heads up! Don't worry, Marv, I'll get him for you.
Well, that's it for Planet Hollywood's salute to the top 10 box office comedies of all time. You know, there's a lot of great comedies that we didn't get to talk about tonight, like Animal House, and Arthur, and Airplane, and 9 Months. Did we talk about that? It opens Wednesday. Dr. Strangelove is great. You know, Stallone, I could see him in a wheelchair. He can do that because he can play in black and white. Everybody knows it. City Lights, you know, I can see Stallone as a tramp. True Lies. No, Stallone couldn't do that, but, you know, The In-Laws, that's a great movie. Annie Hall, Monty Python's Holy Grail, you know, 9 Months, it opens Wednesday. Stir Crazy was great. My favorite year, I loved it. With Daylight, it's from England and still is funny. Hey, Some Like It Hot, The Party, Blues Brothers, I like 9 Months, which opens Wednesday. What, Private Benjamin, The Jerk, that's...
Now, stay tuned for Married with Children, next.
Everybody knows that.
No surprises, no shocks. Dulcolac Stool Softener provides stimulant-free constipation relief that's gradual and comfortable, like nature intended. Dulcolac Stool Softener, feeling free to be.
Ooh, that hillbilly hot tub looks dangerous and hot.